Today we're getting ready to sell the 4Runner here, Dr. Pepper as we affectionately call the 4Runner. But the weird thing is that, and you might want to know this since you got all our car buffs and like these kinds of details, this 4Runner has been in our family for 27 years, which is a long time to own a vehicle of any type, let alone, you know, one like this that has a niche following. Not everybody's into import cars, not everybody's into import 4x4s like a 4Runner, but there is a small community out there, and you know who you are, that is into it. So just wanted to share that this car was my sixth car that I've owned. You can see in prior videos where we talked about the first cars that I ever owned, and what that means in the whole scheme of the car situation here. But the interesting thing about this car is that it's a sixth car. The fifth car that I had, which I owned when I bought the 4Runner, was a 1983 Toyota Corolla, hatchback, black. And we've talked about that before, but it was, you know, stick shift, manual steering, rear wheel drive. It was pretty cool. Nowadays, everybody knows how cool they are because of the drifting scene and all of that. But the funny thing is that happened when I bought this 87 4Runner back in the year of 1997. And I had that 83 Corolla also in the driveway, is that when I went to get into this 4Runner and I pulled out my keys, I accidentally got my key for the Corolla, put it into this 4Runner, and it started it up. Isn't that weird? So every now and then you get the same code for, you know, the same key profile for cars as you go through, and it worked. So then I had extra keys. So one of these was left over from the Corolla after I'd given it away to my nephews and nieces, who used it up and threw it away. Unfortunately for all of us car nuts. But in any case, have you ever had that happen to you where you've had a set of keys and the same key worked to different cars, or you got into like a different car and the key you had worked? I've heard of other people having that happen, but I don't know, whenever it happens, it just feels kind of like, I don't know, something weird's going on in the matrix. But after you think about it, you realize it's not that big of a deal. So in any case, stay tuned for our video on this car. We're selling it today to a new owner after all these many years. We're finally letting it go. So it's all part of decluttering. As you can see, we're in the middle of decluttering a lot of things that are going to go away from here. Some of these things we have no emotional attachment to, and some of these things we have a lot of emotional attachment to, if you know what I mean. And some of you probably could share with me what you have as far as that's concerned. But in any case, if this is interesting, of course, give me a thumbs up. If you stayed on this long, then you probably want to subscribe because you are still interested in what we're talking about, right? So in any case, we'll see you next time here on Driving It Home.